Hey there, students. My name is Nathan, and I am a Chegg tutor. Today we're going to be talking about the Financial Accounting Standards Board, or what they call FASB. So in this video today, we're just going to talk about basically the background of this organization, their purpose, and some of the history. So no computation today, no problems, just a little information about the FASB and what they stand for. So they are a private organization and nonprofit, and they're not related with any governmental entity, so they can't govern anything in the United States. The SEC is the organization that pretty much governs the FASB, but they give a lot of freedom over to the FASB to help establish and improve accounting principles. Now, these accounting rules and principles, that's what we call GAAP, which is Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. So the FASB goes in and they help update and improve these principles. And this is just for American businesses and organizations that these principles apply to. They also developed something called a conceptual framework, which helps give relevant and useful information to businesses. Now, this framework that has two core characteristics, so relevance and faithful representation. So the goal here is to just give as much relevant information to businesses so they can make useful decisions, but that information must also be faithful in a way where it's truthful, it's accurate, it can be verified. That's very important to businesses so they know exactly what they need to do when they report to their investors. It must be relevant, must be truthful, factual, and so the FASB, they govern that part of it. They want to make sure that these businesses are reporting truthful data and information. So the FASB was also designated by the Securities and Exchange Commission to set accounting standards for the public. So the Securities and Exchange Commission is a governmental entity. Once again, FASB is not governmental, but SEC is. And they pretty much help guide the FASB, and usually they give a lot of freedom over to the FASB to set these standards. Back in 1973, they replaced the AICPA. And from there, they fulfill their purpose, the FASB does, through independent and objective process among its members. So there's 7 full-time members of the FASB. Each of these members can run for 5 years. They also have an optional additional term for another 5 years. These members are appointed by the Financial Accounting Foundation. And so again, there are 7 full-time members, but there's also 68 additional staff members of this organization, and those consist of accounting professionals mainly. And back in 2009, the FASB launched what they call the codification. So it's a big database online, pretty much where you can go in and you can look at every single standard that they helped establish throughout the years. But it's all digital now. And so you can locate it online. It's considered the FASB codification. If you're taking any kind of accounting research class, or you might take one later on if you go into grad school, you'll be using the FASB codification extensively. And this helps organize all of those generally accepted accounting principles into one place. And so back to the 2 core characteristics of the framework, relevance and faithful representation. So under relevance, you're going to have something called predictive value. So can the information be predictable? Are you able to forecast results easily? So is it predictive in nature? Confirmatory. Can you verify it? Can it be confirmed? Materiality, is it significant? And under faithful representation, they have complete representation. So is the information complete? Is it whole? There's no gaps. Neutral representation, is it unbiased? And then free from error. just as it sounds. Is there any errors in that information? So these two core characteristics of the framework are very important for companies to follow. They want to make sure that they report information that is valuable and useful to their stakeholders. So overall, that's what the FASB is about. There's a lot of different information regarding their history and their purpose. So if you want to look more into that, just check out Wikipedia. That's very helpful. Hopefully y'all learned something today about the FASB, what their mission is, that they're not a governmental entity, they're a nonprofit, and a few other characteristics of the organization. Once again, my name is Nathan. I am a Chegg tutor. You can find me here at this link. I go by Nathan G on Chegg.com. Feel free to message me if you need some homework help, one-on-one tutoring, exam prep. I'd be happy to hear from you. So just send me a message. And once again, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.